This is Pitch Talk on twitch.tv/SportsTownShy with your host, Scotty K. We're back. Welcome back to Pitch Talk, ladies and gentlemen. I am Scott Kiefer, Scotty K, here to bring you the good football. I mean, there's good football going on in the NFL, especially in Chicago, but the good football, talking about all things soccer here on Pitch Talk on twitch.tv/SportsTownShy and YouTube. Is it / or backslash? I don't know YouTube yet, but Sportstown Shy Chicago on YouTube. We got a big show lined up recapping the games over the weekend. They're back from international break. We'll touch on anything big in international break. There wasn't really much going on. Then we'll recap the league games over the weekend. Then recapping this week's Champions League and the team of the weeks who performed the best. Then in segment 3, we're going to go over players with the most transfer value that has dropped this year. We're going to kind of have a discussion. Should they move away from the club to get their value up, or should they just wait it out, see if they get back to where they were? Was there some missed opportunity? And then we'll pick some games for the weekends. And also, I got a little treat for you with the UFC this weekend at El Clasico. We got a parlay versus parlay we got to think about. So we'll get into that when we get there. But huge week coming back from the international break. And actually right now, I'm forgetting this too, Conference League and Europa League going on right now. So going to have to talk about that because there's been some games today. You got, Chelsea destroying. You got even some weird teams. Shamrock Rovers getting a 4-1 win. So we'll get over that and talk about all those. Scotland apparently doing pretty good. So that's what we really care about. But yeah, I'm actually going to pull up the United game right now and watch them lose to Jose Mourinho and Fenerbahce. But hey, let's go. We're playing Mazraoui in the 10. That's exactly what we need. Anyways, we'll get into that and talk about that and more here on Pitch Talk. Make sure you follow the Twitter at Pitch Talking and my personal Twitter at ScottyK03. While I'm pulling up the games, let's get right into it and talk about the games from last week because there was some good ones. There's a lot of storylines coming out from so far out of international break. It was going to be weird to see who performed to their best of their abilities, and I think we got a pretty good answer. To start on Friday, a very good win for Dortmund against Pauli. They struggled a little bit, but it was a win they really needed after going into an international break with a little bit of a problem on their hands. It took an 83rd minute winner from Sehu Guirassy, but Jamie Gittins, another assist in this game. He really is coming into his own and being a fantastic player for them. And Sehu Guirassy, hopefully this is a goal that can help him turn around for Dortmund. Then we go to the French league. It was a light Friday. You had Monaco and Lille get a 0-0 draw. Wasn't really much happening in this one. There was a lot of yellow cards, even a red card. So it's tough for Monaco to win when you get a red card. We saw that happen in actually the Premier League this week. When you get a red card, it's hard to get wins like that. Speaking of, let's go to Saturday. In the Premier League, it started off with a 4-1 win for Tottenham Hotspur. West Ham struggling, man. My prediction just looks worse and worse each week. 2 wins, 2 draws, and 4 losses. 8 points, sitting in 15th. My prediction just doesn't look good right now. On recent form, their only win is against an Ipswich Town team, which is probably going to get relegated, even though Liam Delap, ever since I said he needs to step it up, he has been stepping it up, playing very good. But a 3-0 loss to Chelsea, a 5-1 loss to Liverpool, and even a 1-1 draw to Brentford in their last 5. Very tough for West Ham if they want to overcome this. Tottenham, with the crazy schedule they've been having, they're 4-1 in their last 4-0-1 in their last 5, and only a loss to Brighton, which was a tough one, but honestly, good game all around. Kulusevski and Basuma getting early goals, and then Heung-min Son in the 60. That's kind of... They even had an own goal in this one, so Areola, what are you doing? But Mohamed Kudus just gets a red card in the 86th after scoring early, gets a red card in the 86th for just absolutely punching a dude. Like, I know you're losing bad, but reel it in a little bit. Aston Villa 3-1 win over Fulham. Who scored in this one? Oh, yeah, Raul Jimenez scored. Pereira missed a penalty in the 27th, and that was the real change. Oli Watkins then scored. They got an own goal. Like, that was really the game changer. And then even this one, a lot of yellow cards over the weekend. Jeez. Like, this is another game that's just there's so many fouls. Man United goes down on some. The fact that they went down in this game, they should have won it 2-0. So what happened was, DeLitt was playing with blood, like gushing out of his face. And so they took him off at the exact moment that Brentford get a corner. And with him not in there, they're down a man. They get a header goal right before halftime. What do you expect? But then they come right back out. Marcus Rashford, a beautiful cross to Alejandro Garnacho for a goal. And then Højlund scoring later for his first goal of the season in the Premier League. Good win to get, I guess, but it could have been better. On such a weird run of form, good win to get, I guess. Against a weak Brentford team, they could have done a little better. Surprisingly, Brighton and Hove Albion getting a 1-0 win over Newcastle. I don't know what the problem is for Newcastle. They used to be this really good defensive team, and granted, they aren't giving up that many goals, but goal scoring wise, you'd think with Gordon, Isak, Murphy, Joe Linton, Bruno Jimenez, and Sandro Tonali from the midfield and attacking, you'd think that they would be able to score a lot more, but they just aren't. Especially when they're giving Gordon a new contract for another 5 seasons. I don't really understand that when you're not really getting production from him. It doesn't make sense to do that, especially at how much he's asking for wages. I don't get it. Leicester City, a good win against Southampton. Jamie Vardy scoring this one. Please tell me he did. Yeah, he did. He got a penalty. Attaboy. But this one, another one. Southampton up 2-0. The trolling on Twitter, amazing. If you didn't catch that on the Southampton and Leicester City Twitter account, their trolling of each other was really good. Okay, I thought Onana just gave up a goal. A lot of yellow cards in this one, though, especially a red by Ryan Fraser, Scottish in the 73rd for Southampton. Not a good look. Everton get a really good win against Ipswich Town, a game I actually wanted Ipswich Town to win. Liam Delap didn't have a bad game, but obviously nothing on the score sheet. Calvin Phillips, just what are you doing, dude? Like, start playing good again. Come on, go back to your Leeds form. But that Dwight McNeil is so good for Everton, and he's wasted away on that Everton team. But they should turn the corner soon. And it's, well, like I said, red cards make it hard. William Saliba gets a red card in the 30th minute, and that gives 2 goals to Bournemouth late in the game when they needed a defender out there in the 70th and then a 79th penalty. Huge loss for Arsenal. There are only one more team that has 0 losses, and that's a tough one to have. Man, that took a while to get through all those games there. Real Madrid 2-1 win against Celta Vigo. Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. killing it again, of course. Killing it. Then we got in the Bundesliga, RB Leipzig a 2-0 win. Eintracht Frankfurt lose to Bayern Leverkusen 2-1. Bayern Munich a 4-0 win over Stuttgart. That was a good game to have for Bayern Munich. They really kind of needed that one going into Champions League week. Didn't really work out for them, though. Juventus get a 1-0 win over Lazio. Milan get a 1-0 win over Udinese. PSG 4-2 win over Strasbourg. So some great games in there, especially that Bayer Leverkusen Eintracht Frankfurt game. That was some game. That was a very good game to watch. Sunday, can we go to Sunday, please? I should just open this in different tabs. That's what I should do. Okay, never mind. I just went back to Friday for no reason. Sunday, Man City get by a Wolverhampton team with a, what minute was it? A 95th minute John Stones winner. And Guardiola, man, why are you playing striker? Like, why is he playing like a striker? It's kind of crazy. Huge game, Liverpool-Chelsea. Liverpool get the 2-1 win. To note, Cole Palmer, just not even a factor in this game. They really neutralized him, and they played pretty good. They played really good against Cole Palmer and defending them. So props to them. Atletico Madrid make the comeback at a 3-1 win. Barcelona 5-1 win over Sevilla, and Robert Lewandowski is just insane. He is just insane, man. 2 goals in this one, 1 penalty goal, but really still showing that he's one of the better strikers in the world of football. He's incredible. Napoli get a 1-0 win over Empoli. Definitely one that they needed. Kavica Kvaratskhelia getting the penalty in the 63rd. Definitely a win that they needed. Empoli is not a shock team, but they're starting to make something happen in Serie A, so that was a win they kind of needed to have. Fiorentina decimated less 6-0. Atalanta getting a 2-0 win over Venezia. I think that's how you say it. Man United can't cross for anything. Roma and Inter Milan, tough one to call here, but Lautaro Martinez is honestly it. He could have been up there for Ballon d'Or. He is an incredible goal scorer, but just not enough backing behind him. But a goal in the 60th minute. This is just what he does. He's that good of a player. He's honestly up there for maybe one of the best strikers in the world right now. So a good win for Inter Milan to get a 1-0 win. Anything else going on? Marseille 5-0 win over Montpellier. Yes, I'm going to mention that because I really think they're going to win it this year. Mason Greenwood, a goal and an assist in this one. His assist was actually really good too. But yeah, good win for Marseille. Definitely, it keeps them going. Where are they at in the actual table? Third with 5 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. Who's above them? I want to see the full table. Oh, Monaco. Yeah, and they're 3 points ahead. PSG's only on 22. They're basically tied. 0 losses for both of them. The only difference is Marseille has 1 loss. That's literally the only difference. So they're up there at the beginning of the season. I know it's first half of the season. Start talking about it in January, but really, that's a big thing right there to be at that point. Then on Monday, Nottingham Forest get a 1-0 win against Crystal Palace. I actually thought Crystal Palace was going to maybe get that one, but there's just, I don't know. Eze, it just is, other than Eze, they're really not showing any offensive ability. And then defensively, like, they're fine, but there's nothing special that's stopping other teams, really. When they're going to go up against these big teams, like a Liverpool, Chelsea, they're going to get destroyed. I mean, I want to look at their last 5 just to see what has happened if they've played any of the top 6. Liverpool 1-0, but that was a weak Liverpool game from them. Yeah, I mean, they played Manchester United, but look, man, I'll be honest, there's no offense there, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Whoa. Asian Champions League 5-4 game? Okay. What? Yeah, so good week for that. Quick, can I get nah. We'll get a quick look at the table in a little bit. Maybe we'll do that a little later. Tuesday started Champions League. Anything from like competition, basically? I don't think there was really much. You had a couple really good games. France, Belgium was 2-1. Germany, Netherlands was 1-0 for Germany. Yeah, the thing about the international tournament is there's just not much going on. Scotland actually got a 0-0 draw to Portugal, which was very surprising. Good game was Croatia, Poland, 3-3 draw. Like, there's just not much going on in these. The USA lost to Mexico 2-0. So, man, even losing Greg, it doesn't really help them out that much. Were there games on Wednesday? No. Let me keep going back a little bit more, see if there was any other big games. England beat Finland 3-1. Austria beat Norway 5-1, but the one goal had to have been Erling Haaland, of course. Greece beat Ireland 2-0. Liechtenstein and Gibraltar drew. So who's on top of the table? Gibraltar. Dang it. I wanted San Marino to be top of the table, but that win over San Marino really helped them out there. Let's see. Scotland lost to Croatia. Portugal beat Poland. Spain beat Denmark. Yeah, it's just, man, these Nation League games, like, it kind of makes sense in the end, but all the build up for it and all the games that are like leading up to the finals and stuff, it's hard to watch. Like, it's hard to be a fan of it as well, just because it's taking you out of the season so much. But we're in the swing of things in the UCL, so when we come back, we'll recap the UCL, look at the team of the week. Maybe we'll touch on some of the Europa League and Conference League games when we come back here on Pitch Talk.
This is your home for sports. SportsTownChicago.com.
Joe's Hot Dogs has been around since 1953, but I promise it's not old news. You don't have to like hot dogs to like Joe's on Plainfield Road in Joliet. Italian beef, hot dogs, shakes, and sides. My family's had a relationship with Joe's Hot Dogs for 3 generations. Golden fries with a tad bit of salt and the perfect amount of crunch come in a bag as big as your hand. And that's just small. For more on the menu, visit joeshotdogsjoliet.com, bringing that classic Chicago flavor to the suburbs. That's Joe's Hot Dogs across from CVS on Plainfield Road in Joliet.
At the football game, Jim shows the telltale signs of being wasted. He starts flexing for the camera. He refers to his muscles as gunboats. He screams, "How's this for a halftime show?" Jim streaks the field.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many to drive. But what if you've had just one too many to drive? Never underestimate just a few. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and Windy City News Radio.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
Maybe that was money. Tell me that wasn't money.
Yo, check us out. We are the go-to guys. I'm your boy Space.
I'm your boy MC.
Check us out every Thursday
From 4 to 5 p.m.
We spitting all facts, all sports, all day.
Yes, sir. Who else you going to go to in the clutch?
Lillard, long range three. And it's good!
Keeping you up to date with all the latest sports news.
We are
the go-to guys.
Where else you going to get all your sports news from?
You know.
SportsTownChicago.com.
He's joined by Ndidi. It's fed into Christiansen. It's a low ball across the 6-yard area. Comes out for Taru on the left to right. He's got Vardy! Jamie Vardy! Again for Leicester City. Ageless, priceless, and timeless. Jamie Vardy.
This is Pitch Talk on twitch.tv/SportsTownShot with your host, Scotty K.
It's a Jamie Vardy party, but really it should be a Christian Eriksen party because, hey, his goal puts Man United in the lead. That's all I'm going to say. Welcome back to Pitch Talk. I'm Scotty K. And yes, I am live watching Manchester United. Christian Eriksen, very good goal. Marcus Rashford with the assist. We're back? No, we're definitely not, but it's okay. Anyways, let's get right into it. Going over the Champions League week. I don't even know what match week it is, really. Let's see. I'm going to guess 3. That's what I'm guessing right now. Where's Champions League? There we go. Champions League match week number... Oh, come on. Oh, I need results. I guess it just says league phase. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks so much. Anyways, let's get right into it. Starting on Tuesday, AC Milan getting a 3-1 win over Club Brugge of Belgium. Good win for them. Great goal for Christian Pulisic. And then the red card just led to the downfall, really. This is a game that I think everyone expected them to win, to be honest. But this was one that they needed to. It definitely wasn't a pushover game for them. But good one to have. Monaco destroy Red Star Belgrade 5-1. And their one goal came from a penalty. So, and Bolo getting a goal as well. I mean, domination. Nothing really to add there. What else do we got? Nope, I scrolled too far. Girona beating Slovan Bratislava. Yeah. Let's go with that. Sure. 2-1 for Girona. Happy to see that they're actually performing. That's good. Is this going to be game of the week? Real Madrid go down 2-0 to Dortmund at halftime. and score 5 unanswered. Vinicius Jr., a hat trick. He's going to get the Ballon d'Or next week. He's going to. Or wait. Yeah. I think it's next week. I don't know. I don't know when they announce it. Let me look that up. I think it's 27th. I think it's Monday. Yeah, actually, Ballon d'Or. When are they announcing it? Yeah, 28th. That's Monday, right? Yep, they announce it Monday. So we'll react to the Ballon d'Or next week. He'll win it. He should. Especially, I know it's supposed to be on last season, but the run of form he's on now is probably that's what they basically go off of, really. Arsenal 1-0 win over Shakhtar Donetsk. Sporting getting a 2-0 win over Sturm Graz. PSG 1-1 to PSV. So German versus I don't know what the V stands for. Tough one for PSG though. The fact that they couldn't score there to get one over is a little tough, and they went down early too. Hakimi had to get a goal. So really the top guy is not really doing much. I mean, they had Barcola. He's been good this year. Ousmane Dembele. They can't get your striker. That's your problem right there, to be honest. Then moving on, we got Juventus losing to Stuttgart. This was one, my buddy texted me. He goes, Stuttgart just beat Juventus. And I go, yeah, you got to watch the Bundesliga because they can actually do stuff. A second yellow for Danilo 3 minutes after getting his first yellow sees him off the game. Then a 92-minute winner for Stuttgart. Undayev didn't really do much in this game. He got subbed off as well in the 74th. Maybe picked up an injury or maybe battling with one, so they didn't want him to go the whole length. But, hey, you got to watch the Bundesliga. I would say it's probably the second or third best league, and it's probably above Serie A, in my opinion. Serie A is good, though. Aston Villa beat Bologna 2-0. Aston Villa, sneakily, top of the table. Just want to point that out. They're top of the table in the Champions League. Celtic 0-0 draw to Atalanta. Shout out my cousin's boyfriend, Rory. Went to Bergamo for the game. Sat in the Celtic away end. Cheered on the boys. Good job. Bayer Leverkusen 1-1 to Stade Brest. Tough one. That's a game that Leverkusen need to win, to be honest. That's one that they probably should win. And the fact that they couldn't get their guys to come in. I mean, Florian scored in the 24th, but the tying goal was in the 39th. And after that was really nothing. I mean, I want to look at the shots. The shots were even in favor of Stade Brest. So, I don't know. Maybe there's a situation going on there where they're not that team that they were last year, but they're doing decent in the league. So, I think we're fine. Marcus, shoot it. Oh, he just missed. He just missed. He had a very nice move to get to the middle. Dang it, Marcus. Atletico Madrid, 3-0 loss to Lille. Tough one. Atletico Madrid, you got to get that one, especially with Julian Alvarez scoring early, getting all that momentum. But tough. Jonathan David, a penalty. David, a goal in the 89th. Yeah, Jonathan David is low-key one of the best strikers in Ligue 1. And if he moved to a bigger team, he would be well known. But he's also Canadian, so, whatever. Feyenoord 3-1 win over Benfica. Dynamo Zagreb getting a surprising 2-0 win over Salzburg. Good win for them. I actually hope they kind of get through. Salzburg can stay down. They're just Austrian merchants. Man City 5-0 win over Sparta Prague, but the big thing is that Erling Haaland goal. He's not human. He really isn't. He really is not human. Just the acrobatics at his height and his stature, insane. Oh, Nana. Whoa, are they going to call a penalty for that? That's insane that Tadic couldn't get that. Jose's not happy. That was some save by Onana, but really, that's just great defensive ability. This Fenerbahce team, man, they're stacked. I should pull up the roster. Liverpool get a 1-0 win over RB Leipzig. Inter get a 1-0 win over BSC Young Boys. Who scored for them, by the way? Couldn't have been. Oh, yeah, it was Marcus Thuram in the 93rd. That's a problem that it took the 93rd for Inter to win against a team like that, to be honest. And then, obviously, the game I skipped over, Barcelona 4-1 win over Bayern Munich. Thought this was going to be the like story of the last couple of years that Bayern just destroy Barcelona, even though they're very evenly matched. Harry Kane had his goal, but Rafinha, a hat trick. He's incredible. That Barcelona team is scary, and going into El Clasico, that is definitely going to be that's definitely going to be a tough one, to be honest. Hold on, I want to see that. So looking at the full table for the Champions League, let's see if we got any surprises. Right at the top, Aston Villa, Liverpool, Man City, Monaco, and Brest take out the top 5. But to note, tied at 7 with a lot of draws. There's basically a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-way tie for what is that? Third place, basically. They're all on the same points. It's early in this. I know they're going to play, 8 games? So it's a little early. Any surprising teams basically on the drop? Let's see. Oh, it doesn't tell me what the spots are, but let's see. Any surprising teams? Brest at 5th. That's a little crazy. Dortmund, even though they lost, well, I guess goal differential, they beat up on a team earlier in the earlier. PSG 19th. They'll turn that around. Bayern Munich 23rd. They'll have all their easy teams next, so they should be fine. Same thing with Milan sitting at 25th. Atletico Madrid at 27th. I actually don't know if they'll recover from that, to be honest. Leipzig, though, at 31. That's tough to see. And then, I think so. I don't know. Sorry. Okay. I think it's time to kind of talk about this. I actually really like this new format. I think it doesn't really work that much at the beginning, but I feel like toward the end we'll see it work. Team of the week. Let's see. Match day 3. Right? Yeah. This is it. So this is the team of the week for match day 3 for the Champions League. We have Perin of Juventus, Rafalski of Dynamo Zagreb, John Stones of Man City, Heinen of Atalanta, Gutierrez of Girona, Minamino from Monaco, Nicolo Barella from Inter Milan, Rangers from AC Milan. That he is a surprise this year. I love the way he's playing. Xerxes picking up an injury. That's fantastic. Rafinha, the hat trick, has to be on there. Johan Duran on there, good. And then Vinicius has to be on there. Yeah, that's weird that they put Perin on there. He gave up a 92-minute winner, but he made 10 saves on 20 shots, including a penalty. Yeah, all right, I can see it. I want to see some other Heineken achieve the most ball recoveries at 17. Jeez, that's crazy. Gutierrez, impressive statistics on deep possessions, 13, and on aggressive pressing actions, 15. 6 ball recoveries in the opposition half. Yeah, pretty good. Minamino made dangerous runs in opposition defense. 2 goals and an assist. Yeah, that's going to get you it. Just trying to see. Hat-trick captain as a captain in his 100th game for Barcelona, Rafinha. Consistent threat with pace, movement, strength, and hold-up, giving Bologna's backline problems. His aggression and press also earned praise in his 64th minute goal for Johan Duran. And then a hat-trick hero for Vinicius in their stunning comeback. It's got to be up there, and he's going to be your Ballon d'Or winner next week. So I think that's definitely the game. And they even talked about to Carlo Ancelotti, like, this is going to be, the one. This is going to be the game that it's like, okay, he's going to win it. I expect him to come back next week with the award. Like, they'll have a game on, I think, either Saturday or Sunday. We'll get into it later, but he'll probably come back on Monday and have the award. It'll go to France right after the game, come back Monday with the award. Honestly, it's up to you guys if he deserves it. I would say he does. But when we come back, we got to go over this. Transfer Market came out with the players with the least with the most transfer value lost over the summer. Is it because of where they moved or where they didn't move? We'll find out more when we come back here on Pitch Talk.
This is your home for sports. Longtime fan, sports is like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
What's up, Chicago? If you're ever, and I mean ever, out looking for good urban food 24/7, come down to White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. White Palace Grill is open 365 days a year since 1939. I personally love the steak and egg dinner, but whether you like burgers for breakfast, steak for lunch, or French toast for dinner, White Palace is the place for you. The diner is a 24-hour urban oasis. Come now, come later. Hey, come now and later. We never close at White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. Visit us at whitepalace.com or order with Uber Eats or Grubhub anytime, any day.
Daddy, when you look at me, I could see your wheels turning. About what am I going to be when I grow up? A major league first baseman? Maybe a point guard for a national champion.
The odds of a child becoming a professional athlete are 1 in 16,000. Far-fetched? Maybe. But did you know the odds of a child being diagnosed with autism are 1 in 166? That's right, 1 in 166. To learn the signs of autism, go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Go to Lux Barbershop for the best barbers and stylists in Plainfield, Illinois. I go there when I have an important event, date, or I just want to look good. The straight razor shave will have you looking fresh and smooth. Lux Barbershop is open 7 days a week. Go to Lux Barbershop for the finest barbers, stylists, braiders, and massage therapists in the southern suburbs. Check out all their daily deals on Facebook, Instagram, and luxbarbershop.com.
Hi, this is Joe Perry and Steven Tyler of Aerosmith for Red. You know, it's okay to rock and roll and party down. Just don't get in that 2,000-pound bullet when you're done and cocked. And please don't drink and drive. I'm the one that jaded you.
A reminder that friends don't let friends drive drunk. A public service message brought to you by the Ad Council, U.S. Department of Transportation, National Association of Broadcasters, and RAD.
High school sports is here, and SportsTownChicago.com. We are ready to provide the best high school sports live coverage all across Northern Illinois. From the first kickoff of high school football to the final spike of high school volleyball, we at SportsTownChicago.com are ready to bring you high school sports live. SportsTownChicago.com and STC Friday Night Lights in a league of our own.
I am Jose Mourinho.
Welcome back to Pitch Talk with Scotty K on twitch.tv/SportsTownShy. Welcome back to Pitch Talk. I'm Scotty K. United can't do a thing, but it's okay. Whatever. We'll get used to it. All right, let's get into this. Transfer Market came out with the... Oh, I can't watch the game now. Okay, so Transfer Market came out with the players that have lost the most market value across any player across 2024 so far. Biggest downgrade in the market across from 2023 to 2024. So I want to go over this, see if it's because of, you know, where they are, where they should have moved to, or is it just the team around them? Should they have moved? Was there an opportunity to move? This is something that we'll look into, but here we go. Frankie de Jong at number 10, current market value at $60 million, but there were rumors that he could have gone for 80 last season. I think Barcelona definitely missed out on moving him. It's like, see, to me, like there was an opportunity to sell him, I would say maybe 2 to 3 years ago. And it just never came to fruition. But it's he should have been moved on from, I think, at this point. He's a good player, and I know that they're kind of a little weaker in that that central midfielder role, but they're getting guys to come through there, and I think it would have been better, especially for the club, to sell off. Chiesa getting 30 million market value. His move to Liverpool. I mean, I think the injury definitely didn't help him, so it's a little bit of a skewed one because of the injury. So, but market value at 30, and they got him for way less. I think that could be pretty good for Liverpool. And I think he'll be pretty good for Liverpool. And he's already put in decent performances. So there's that too. Alphonso Davies is at a 50 million market value, moving 20 million euros from last year. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that his contract was a problem. He only had 1 year left on his current contract. So, he kind of had to be moved around. That's the other thing is like the fact that he, how do I say it? There's rumors of him going everywhere and nothing coming to fruition other than the one with Real Madrid, which is they're going to wait until his contract runs out. That definitely lowers his market value because you would hope that Bayern Munich can get a return on that. So maybe lowering his market value, pretty fair. Ferguson. Oh, no. Ferguson getting a market value of -20. I think that was just because of he had a very good start to the year and a weak end of the year for Brighton, and Brighton kind of fell off toward the end of the year. So it's pretty fair. 45 million for him currently is still pretty good, and I think some teams would trigger that. But I think he also had a release clause, and also his age. I think he's only 19, so it's hard to gauge that as a player on a mid-table team in the Premier League. So kind of fair to me. Milan Skriniar, I think this one he's down 25 million strictly because of age. I think Skriniar is like 32. Milan Skriniar. Oh no, he's 29. He also just didn't have that much of time playing for Barcelona last year. Didn't really have the best stats wise. But oh, come on. Scroll. Transfer market. Yeah, free advertising. Yeah, gotcha. But yeah, let's see. Let's see his last year's stats. I just don't remember him really playing that much last season. League on. He had 24 appearances. Yeah, he just didn't really have that much time. Only 27, only 20. What's that? Come on, Scott, do math. 28 games in total. And, oh, wait, no. He had 6 Champions League as well. But a goal in the Champions League. So, yeah, that's pretty fair to me. I think it's a crowded center back room there in PSG. I feel like he could be moved around. Is there any rumor for him to go anywhere? Looking at transfer market, is there any rumors for him to go anywhere? Not really. He's pretty locked in on a contract at 29. Yeah, I think that he could definitely maybe get a shot somewhere else, and maybe be a full-time starter. And at his age, you're kind of hoping for that, really. Moving on, number 5, Joshua Kimmich, 50 million. It went down 25 million euro. And honestly, he's always going to be putting in clutch performances, but the age and of him just unlike younger players where their value goes up, for mid to older players the value goes down. Fair to him, although that's a great money option. The way Kimmich plays, I'd say 70, $80 million player that they're just going to put lower. And I think that's smart, really. That's smart if you're a team to go out there and get him. I think teams that are rumored are Man City, Man United, 2 teams where he'd be good for. Of course, there's no rumors going on right now. What are we doing here? Oh, wait, no, I'm not even on him. Let me go to Josh Kimmich. Hold on real quick. Let me go to Josh Kimmich on transfer market. Josh Kimmich. Oh, wait, no, it's probably going to ask for Joshua Kimmich. Nothing found for Joshua Kimmich. Oh, of course. No, I don't want the United States. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know why it's giving me only USA stuff. I don't really like transfer market sometimes. But yeah, no, the rumors are really just Man United, Man City, Real Madrid, the top teams, really. That's where he's going to be going. Let's see. Number 4, another Bayern Munich player, Kingsley Coman, down 25 million. Last time, got more crowded at Bayern Munich. Matthias Tell came out of nowhere to be good. So I think that definitely changes it. But, I mean, he's still a quality player. He's definitely not to the spot he was maybe back in 2022. But still a quality player. And if he got a starting job somewhere else, I feel like he'd be pretty good. The top 3, Gabriel Martinelli, down 25 million as 60 million market value currently. Same thing. When you're opposite of Bukayo Saka and Saka's taking all the goals, it's really not great striker play because they're putting Kai Havertz up there and Gabby Jesus, who isn't a good striker. That's going to be your problem right there. Ugh. Something in my throat. He's definitely fallen off, and not to his ability. I think he's still got the ability there, but when you have Saka and you have those other guys there, it's hard for him to make an effort of himself. I mean, you see it with you see it with what's his face, Jack Grealish, but you don't really say anything about Jack Grealish because he's English. What? No. Moving. I don't think he can move. I think he's fine right where he is. Here's a guy I think should move. PSG, Rando Colomani got bought by PSG. Didn't have a great season. Current market value of 40 million euro. Lost 30 million on his market value. I mean, everyone else basically stepped up for him. You know, you think getting rid of Kylian Mbappe is going to help that, but he really hasn't shown much. It's kind of been Barcola and Dembele stepping up. So, I don't know. Maybe a move for him could be better. Going back to Germany could be an option. There's probably a lot of teams that would take him, especially if like Boniface, Schick, and Florian Wirtz leave Leverkusen. That's definitely a spot he can go to. I just don't know where he would fit in really, just because he doesn't get the time. And then number 1, I think this is pretty clear. Victor Osimhen's current market value of 75, still playing for Galatasaray, but lost 35 million market value. Yeah, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that just the saga with Napoli was outrageous. He clearly wanted to move. They didn't want to approve it for some reason. They would have made so much money off the investment. And the fact that he just leaves and he's tearing up at Galatasaray right now, it's hard to say that that's a great move for his career. I mean, he's playing great and they love him in Turkey, but it's not a great move market-wise. And it brings down, it definitely should bring down his value. I still think Chelsea's the best option for him. I think that Arsenal's also a pretty good option, but I don't think Arsenal's going to have the money to buy him. I'm just trying to think of like the big teams, you know, maybe a move to Dortmund. That's such a weird spot because he was in Serie A and was getting these big name moves to big name clubs, but then he goes to Turkey. So do you take the fact that he's playing in Turkey right now, or do you take the fact that he's coming from Napoli? But he's going to move on for free, I believe. So it's going to be weird to see where he goes. I don't know. It's hard to guess where he's going to go because it's hard to see where he's going to be. I mean, he's playing so good right now, but how does the rest of the world view how good he's playing? Because he's playing in Turkey, and that's not dissing on the Turkish league. I love the Turkish league. They have very quality players. I mean, Fenerbahce is playing very good right now. I just don't know what the market will be for him when he's kind of downgraded in competition. It's a tough call. I feel like the class is still there, obviously, and Napoli's struggling without him. It definitely shows. But where does he fit anywhere else? It's going to be tough to see. But when we come back, we're going to be picking the games for next week, including a parlay versus parlay, a little bit of a collab with the UFC off of some cool information that's came out over the course of the last week. So when we come back, we'll get into all that and more and pick who we think is going to win this week here on Pitch Talk.
This is your home for sports.
This is the best fans in the world.
No better team. SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
Hey, I'm Andy Griggs, asking you to help prevent domestic violence. Domestic violence isn't a woman's issue. It hurts all of us. Women are injured and killed every day by their husbands and boyfriends. So it's time for men to take action right now to teach boys that violence against women is wrong, to help prevent abuse before it starts. Call the Family Violence Prevention Fund at 1-800-END-ABUSE to get a free Take Action kit containing tips on what to say to boys. That's 1-800-END-ABUSE. Teach early.
Indeed is the #1 job search user with over 250 million monthly users. Indeed's priority is to help everyone in the job searching process to find a job by uploading 10 new job opportunities every 10 seconds worldwide. With Indeed, you have free access to job searches, resume uploads, and company researches. There are over 10,000 employees at Indeed that pursue to help people find the job they are looking for. They connect with millions of people to new opportunities. Go to Indeed.com and sign up for free and create a resume and let Indeed do the rest to help you on your job search.
Hey, I'm Jesus Mauricio. Be sure to tune in every Friday to listen to Zeus Off the Bat, a baseball talk show from 1 to 2 p.m., where I'll be discussing and updating you on all things about baseball, news, predictions, reactions, and more about the Cubs, Sox, and everything across the league. Happens every Friday at 1 p.m. right here on SportsTownChicago.com. Don't forget to follow and share our Twitter and Instagram with your friends at Zeus Off the Bat. Zeus Off the Bat.
Rashford face-to-face with Mikolenko. Dallo joining in from fullback. Dallo for Garnacho! Oh, wow! Oh, wow! That is one of the great goals! In front of a stunned Gladys Street. Special beyond special. How has he plucked that one out?
Below with the cross.
Garnacho!
Oh! What a goal! What a goal! It's probably goal of the season! Absolutely fantastic!
This is Pitch Talk on twitch.tv/SportsTownShy with your host, Scotty K.
Welcome back to the final segment of today's episode of Pitch Talk. I'm Scotty K. And here, we're going to talk about the games of the weekend. Who we think is going to win. Currently, we have to talk about this, though. Man United have a lead at halftime, 1-0 over Fenerbahce. Roma got the win earlier. Tottenham and AZ 0-0 at halftime. Rangers up 2-0. Tom Lawrence got a goal. Good for him. Let's see. Chelsea got a 4-1 win earlier today. New Saints have a lead over Astana. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. So that's basically what's going on today in the Europa League and Conference League. But let's get into it. Games on the weekend. Leicester City versus Nottingham Forest. Will Nottingham Forest continue their run of form? I believe so. Although I like Jamie Vardy and this Leicester City team that they've been on, especially in their last 5. I think they definitely could put up something here. But Nottingham Forest, I feel like they're on a decent run of form right now. I think I'm going to go with Leicester City here. Leicester City are sneaking up on some teams. I think it continues. Any other real big names out there playing? Nah. Sevilla versus Espanyol. That's about it. Why? Can you go to Saturday, please? Saturday, please. See, I knew this was going to happen. The website for OneFootball is weird. The app is so much better. Aston Villa, Bournemouth. I got Aston Villa winning that one, and more than likely, Johan Duran's going to come off the bench and get a goal. Brentford, Ipswich Town. That's a game Ipswich Town can win. Liam Delap score. I'm going to take Ipswich in that one. Brighton versus Wolves. Oh, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. I think Wolves are the better all-around team. Brighton definitely play the best. I'm going to go Wolves on this one, really. Man City will destroy Southampton. Everton will beat Fulham. Dwight McNeil to get a goal. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. Bologna versus AC Milan. I'm going to go AC Milan, but that one's going to be close. That one's going to definitely be like a 1-0 win for Milan. Napoli versus Les, I think is how you say the name. I always butcher some of the Italian names. Napoli could get a good win there. Atalanta versus Hellas Verona. That's a tough game for Atalanta. Hopefully they can pull that one out. Sneaky draw for that one. Borussia Dortmund versus Augsburg. Borussia Dortmund should win that one. Leipzig versus Freiburg. I'm going to go with Leipzig. Stuttgart versus Kiel. Stuttgart should handle them. Bayer Leverkusen beating Werder Bremen. Yeah, I'm going to go with Leverkusen. Villarreal beating Real Valladolid. Probably. Girona will beat Las Palmas. We'll wait for El Clasico. We'll finish with that one. Lille's playing Lens. Okay. And then also knockout round for the MLS. That's starting up. So you can watch all that. But yeah, that's just pretty sound. Sunday, we have West Ham versus Man United. Oh, this is a game Man United need. West Ham are on such a downfall right now. It's at the Bubble Stadium. Because, they get all the bubbles and everything. Mohamed Kudus will probably score a goal, but I'm going to take Manchester United. Homer, baby. Chelsea will beat Newcastle. Tottenham will beat Crystal Palace. Arsenal and Liverpool. No Saliba. And I think that's really the game changer for me. With that said, I'm going to go with Liverpool. Celtic versus Motherwell. That's actually a pretty good game. Juventus and Inter Milan. Oh, my gosh. That's a tough game. I mean, you got to go with Inter Milan. They're the better offense, I would say. They have better attacking. Juventus, I feel like they're this middle-of-the-pack team right now, and a loss during the week does not help them. Roma, Fiorentina, that's a tough game because it's two teams that should be doing better. I would say Roma's doing the best, but I think that's where Fiorentina can get them. I'm going to safely go with Roma, but there's definitely some games to stay away from this week. Bayern Munich versus Bochum, easy for Bayern Munich. Frankfurt versus Union Berlin, easy for Frankfurt. Atletico Madrid versus Betis, I feel like that should be easy for Madrid. Real Sociedad versus Osasuna. Real Sociedad should take that one. Lyon versus Auxerre. Yeah, Monaco versus OGC Nice. That's a good game. Marseille, PSG. If Marseille come out and beat PSG, I'm going to love my prediction. I'm going to come here on next Thursday. I'm just going to be like, yo, I've been saying this the whole time. I'm going to take Marseille in this one. I want to see what the poll says, actually. The poll's 50-50, bro. Oh, my God. Well, 49-48 with a couple draws, so 50-50, basically. Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough game, man. Oh, I really think they're going to win. Monday, Mallorca versus Bilbao. Everyone loves Mallorca for reasons. They're such a banter club. Like, they love making fun of Real Madrid when they play them. They make fun of the big name teams, and you got to love teams like that. But I'm going to go with Bilbao. And then let's get into it. El Clasico's this weekend. This is probably the biggest game. And like I said, we got a little bit of a special here. Parlay versus parlay. On the same day as that match, you have something else going on. Real Madrid versus Barcelona and Max Holloway versus Ilia Topuria in the UFC. Ilia Topuria is actually a really big Real Madrid fan. And then Max Holloway is in jerseys or kits. So I texted my buddy Brett, who if you've seen on here, Combat Connection. I said that parlay versus parlay, very interesting, because if you wanted to, Max plus Barcelona in a parlay is plus 956, and then Ilia plus Real Madrid is a safe 152. Plus 152. Which parlay would you rather see hit? I mean, obviously you want the big money, but like, which one has the best opportunity to hit? I know this isn't a UFC show, but like Ilya Topuria, as much as I really love Max Holloway, I think Topuria is going to him. And then Real Madrid, I know they're both coming off really big wins during the week. This Real Madrid team is on the level of Galacticos. I really think that they can get to them defensively. So I think I would safely take the Ilya Topuria, Real Madrid, plus a money line at plus 152. That Max and Barcelona one, I feel like if it was Max and Real Madrid, I feel a little bit safer. But I think I'm going to play both just to see what happens there. I think that'd be a really fun thing to keep track of. But what does One Football say? They say it's basically 50-50 again. They're actually favoring Barcelona. More people think Barcelona. It's at the Bernabeu. It's weird to me. That's weird. Okay. No, I have to go with. Yeah, no, I got to go with them. I really think that they're going to win. I think that they're the better overall team. Real Madrid in El Clasico. And then Vinny comes home the next day with a Ballon d'Or. Watch. Make sure you guys please gamble responsibly. But thank you guys for tuning in to Pitch Talk next week. What do we get? Do we have anything during the week next week? Let's see. Let's go to Tuesday. Some Serie A during the week. Copa del Rey, DFB Pokal, EFL Cup. So we had a lot of midweek games. Man United play Leicester City in the midweek. Okay. Oh, great. Tottenham versus Man City in the midweek. That's good. That's good. I'm 16. And then we'll go over games for the weekend, if they even do them during the week. But we'll see. But anyways, that will do it for the show today, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. Like I said, next week we'll go over, we'll have the Ballon d'Or announcement, so we'll go over that. We will go over games during the midweek, games over the weekend, and then we'll see what else comes out during the week. But yeah, that was pretty solid. We'll see Vinny come home with the award probably. Yeah, it's got to go, but I think it's going to go to Wayne. Really, to be honest, he's just insane. And if they want to count run of form currently, it's definitely going to be him. But we will see you guys next week here on Pitch Talk. Thank you guys for joining. Make sure you follow on Twitter at Pitch Talking and myself, Scotty K03 on Twitter. Thank you guys for joining. We will see you guys next week here on Pitch Talk.
This has been Pitch Talk on twitch.tv/SportsTownShy with your host, Scotty K. Tune in every Thursday at 3 o'clock to hear all the soccer news.
And now, I'm telling you right now, we're going to win the Champions League!